Welcome back to another video. Let's take a look at the compatibility between Maya and CATIA V5. Now, I have the following scene over here. As we can see, this will be the design of Chevrolet Camaro. And I can either do a selection to grab everything. I will hold down Control to remove that ramp over here that is mostly used for the render. And if I will go over here to File, I have the possibility to export the selection because I don't want to take the ramp to CATIA. And one of the nice things that we have over here is we have the possibility to directly do an export for CATIA V5. So even though this is a polygonal modeling, we're gonna see over here, we can either do an IGS file format, a step file format, or a CATIA file format. Now, on my desktop, I will call this Camaro, and I will have this exported. We're gonna see that the file is now ready. So on my desktop, I'm gonna have the following CATIA V5. Within the preview, we're gonna see that will be blank, so we won't see that. But we see the file size will be 2 megabytes. And let's take a look. If I will drag and drop that within CATIA, it will load like this. So we're gonna see that in this case, not everything that has been selected has been properly imported over here. So we're gonna have a geometrical set, and within that geometrical set, we're gonna have multiple surfaces. So for example, if I will reframe onto this one, we're gonna see that will be that component. So I'm just gonna select everything underneath it and hide it. So we're gonna see that this will be the first model. Afterwards, we're gonna have a poly surface shape. If I will right click and if I will reframe onto it, this will just be one of those rectangles. So let me just display additional components. If I will go where I have everything hidden, so over here, we're gonna see that these are the elements that has been transferred. Now I will jump back within Maya and I will only select the outer shape of this. I will go to File, Export Selection, again, let's say Camaro, Body, and within CATIA, I will drag and drop that now. So this will be the Camaro Body. The file size will be, in this case, initially we had 18.7 megabytes where I selected multiple elements, but this should only be the exterior of that. So let's drag and drop that. And as we can see, this will load properly and everything will be underneath the same mesh over here. Keep in mind that this is not a GATIA shape design compatible surface by default. This is mainly like an STL that has been added, but still, I still consider that this is a great workflow, so you can easily make use of models that haven't been generated using computer-aided design. For example, we have this over here, which has been created using the poly modeling. If I would export this as an IGS, we're going to see this will be the file format, so Camaro IGS. We're going to see the file size for that will be only 1.58 kilobytes. So unfortunately, Maya will not convert polygonal elements. So if I will drag and drop that within CATIA, you're gonna see that this will actually be a blank IGS, so there are no surfaces over here. This is because those are not being converted. If I would create something over here, for example, a NURBS, either a primitive, for example, a cube, and if I will export that, let's take a look. Export selection, that should be selected now. So I'll just call this cube, export selection. Go back to the desktop, we're gonna see the IGS. Now this IGS will have 21 kilobytes. So we're actually gonna have some geometry attached to that. If I will drag and drop that within CATIA, we're gonna see that actually we have that NURBS cube over here. So we see by default, those will be black, but we have the individual face of that cube. So keep that in mind that Maya will not convert polygonal models into NURBS, so they if you want to have those added over here within CATIA as surfaces, you will have to do some additional conversions. But you can save directly within a CATIA file format, as we can see over here, and those will load over here. And the same files will also be compatible with CATIA 3D Experience, so we can import those over well using the same workflow. So over here we mostly have the interior, so I should also add that body kit and all the elements if I want to transfer everything to CATIA. But still, I consider that this is really interesting because Maya is one of the few software solutions that have the possibility to do this file export directly for CATIA V5. And that CATIA V5 file will also be compatible with 3D Experience. So if you are using the newer version, we can go to File, Import CATIA file, and I will select the Camaro body over here, hit Open. I will click OK, have that imported, and we're gonna see that this will be brought over here. So again, this will be as a shape. We see that icon over there. If I will also import the other file that I generated previously, which is larger, this is 17.7 megabytes, and let's take a look at that as well. This will load within a new part over here. So we have the import progression working over here. In my opinion, in CATIA V5 it loaded a little bit faster, but yeah, maybe 3D comparison, 3D experience, not 3D comparison, will process better, even though it will load a little bit slower. Maybe there are also some problems because this is already loaded within CATIA V5. But actually that shouldn't be a problem. But maybe there are some problems. As you can see over here, this is currently not responding. So let me try to ease that by closing this file. So that should no longer be open, and yeah, we see that it's loaded. I'm not sure if they are linked, so if I close that, since the same file was open, but we see the model over here. So currently we have the visualization over here enabled to also have that wireframe on top of the mesh. But if I will expand this, we're gonna see all those individual elements. And keep in mind that these are all shapes, so they are meshes. If you wanna use directly surfaces, you will have to convert those within Maya. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this kind of content. I've searched before creating this video and I haven't seen anyone importing from Maya to CATIA, and this is why I decided to make this video. So if you enjoyed this kind of content, consider to check the video that I will add over here on the left side of the screen, and I will also add a subscribe button to the right. So that's it. Thanks for watching.